Rolling lap underway. Everybody on track, and yeah, we do have a full complement of drivers, including the number 57 Kart of Aidan Neate, of course, the son of former British touring car star Andy Neate. And Aidan took a bit of a knock earlier on, had to get it checked out by a medical professional, but has been cleared to continue. I'm assuming he has. Let's have a look. Yes, there he is, going through the second hairpin in the number 57 Kart now. So through the Fullerton S's, they go. Keneally, Rattican, Dunn, Barnard, Mason, Ellswood, Denny, Dodds and Spindlow. Your top 10 or so. Archie Mace rounding out the top 10. And still they warm their tyres as though it is the start of the final round of the Formula One World Championship. Well, again, they are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Lights are out. We're off and racing. And from the outside of row number 1, Josh Rattican hanging tough and holds off the poleman Bray Keneally, but then opens the door for Taylor Barnard to grab the lead. And yellow flags waving. There's a tangle in the middle of the banking. Karts disengaging themselves. Drivers up and out of them, frantically trying to get back in. Oh, and there is the worst case of loading that we've seen all weekend. I'm not going to make any bones about it. I was looking at it, and there was 4 or 5 drivers that just thought, I'm not going to brake. I'm just going to launch myself in there. And there were karts in the air, and unfortunately, poor old number 64 privateer driver Aaron Brown, who had a great start on the 5th row, he is the innocent victim because he is the one that gets elbowed into the barriers. Also down at the back is the number 72 next gen kart of Tyler Reid. Now, whether Tyler was a victim of the loading or the banking, who knows? Up at the front, we still have a race going on. I'll get off my soapbox. Taylor Barnard has the lead in the Ollie Walker Racing number 5. Max Dodds was second. Oh, and wheel-to-wheel contact between Dodds and one of the AIM karts. Who was that? Was that Rattican or Keneally? Dodds' race looks pretty much over. His NASA panel is all over the place. It was Keneally who was vaulting through the air. They just touched rear wheels. What we talked about earlier. Wheel-to-wheel contact, not good. Keneally continues in 4th. And I suppose this is the last heat of the weekend. And we've got some drivers fighting to get into the top 30 and out of the B final tomorrow morning. So the desperation levels, the unwillingness to concede even the merest centimetre of racing room is increasing, but not amongst the leaders because they've had a good run. It's the drivers back in the middle and towards the rear of the pack who have not finished all their races or who have not been quick enough. That's where you see the desperation. The leaders coming into the first hairpin. We've got a 2-4-6 kart breakaway. We've still got all 29 karts running, which is something. So despite the 3 separate incidents, nobody has had their race ended. There's been a few that have had it spoilt, but not ended. Barnard, Rattican, Dunn, Keneally, Archie Mace, and William Ellswood. So there's 2 potential feel-good stories. Mace in the 46 and Ellswood, who is managed to hang on to a place in the top 6 and avoid the other issues. And those 6 have got a really decent-sized lead over the next 2 AIM Motorsport karts in 7th and 8th, which is Matthew Rees and the number 13 of Harley Keeble. Good drive from young Harley Keeble. And they've got Wes Mason, who has dropped back to 9th place. So Mason obviously was involved in the loading incident and lost a lot of ground. So did Joseph Taylor. He's down in 10th. Jamie Day up into 11th. Good, strong effort from Jamie so far. Then it's Joe Willoughby, Oliver Denny, Aidan Neat, Joe Beecroft, Joshua McLean, Rashan Chigarimbo, Max Barrow, Ben Kasperzak in the top 20, rounded out by Alfie Hodges. Max Dodds down in 26th. Tom Edgar down in 24th. Joe Sheppy and Tyler Reid 27th and 28th. So no celebratory braps from the Next Gen crew at the moment. Although Joshua McLean in the top 15. Maybe just a mere brap. Leaders on to the start-finish line. The 3 AIM karts. Keneally, Rattican and Dunn. Working in perfect harmony. Well, Bray Keneally, a couple of minutes ago, Bray was trying to take turn 3 on no wheels after that little incident with Dodds, and he now finds himself leading the race. And still Archie Mace in the 46 and William Ellswood in the number 19 hang on to a place in the top half dozen. Now, obviously had a race since, but as of this morning, Ellswood and Mace were outside the top 20 in the classification. They were just hanging on to a place in an automatic place in the pre-final. This will do their chances no harm whatsoever. The 7th place battle is a good one between Wesley Mason, Matthew Rees, Harley Keeble, Joseph Taylor, Jamie Day, Joe Willoughby and Oliver Denny. So if nothing else, the various incidents and accidents does promote drivers into positions and around drivers they wouldn't normally find themselves racing with, and the leaders come down the hill. There's 4 minutes to go, and the 3 AIM karts that were at the head of the field have now been whittled down to 2 by Taylor Barnard. And of course, at the start of the year, Taylor was amongst the AIM Motorsport Collective. Not now, he's with Ollie Walker Racing and Archie Mace, the privateer number 46, to the inside of Barnard for 4th place. Good move from Archie Mace. And as I was saying, you know, if Archie Mace, no less a talent than the top boys in the top teams, but it's a question of kit. But once they get together on the track and there's not 10 of the karts between them, Archie can be just as quick, just as good at racing with these front runners as anybody else, as can William Ellswood, who is just hanging on, doing the best he can. Oh, and Mace gets run at the banking there as Taylor Barnard says, "I've had enough of following you. I want back into P4." And he probably did that because he can see Keneally and Dunn, the 10 and the 11, pulling away. Rattican is 3rd, and he's still within striking distance of Taylor Barnard. Ellswood up to 5th, Mace down to 6th. Then it is the number 18 of Wesley Mason, and Mason has managed to be at the head of that second group of karts in 7th place, but without making any inroads into the top 6. Matthew Rees, Harley Keeble, Joseph Taylor and Oliver Denny are next, and Jamie Day rounding out the top 12. Max Dodds has retired the number 33 kart, the only retirement so far. There goes Bray, followed by the Irishman Alex Dunn. Through the banking. They're 1.2 seconds clear of Rattican in 3rd. With just under 2 minutes to go, Rattican is going to have his rear bumper clogged with karts in a minute because Barnard, Ellswood and Mace have caught him. And Josh Rattigan doesn't want to defend just yet, and he doesn't. Barnard goes through. Sensible driving there from Josh Rattigan, because not a million miles behind that group. Mason, Reese, Taylor, and a whole host of others chomping at the bits to get a piece of the action. Further back, Ben Kasperzak, only 22nd at the moment in that BRK machine. He's chasing Ben Cochran, the right driver, the only right cadet in the field. Max Barrow is 20th. Freddie Spindlow has slipped back to 19th, and Spindlow was awarded a scholarship at the start of the year for a free drive in the now defunct Formula Kart Stars Championship, and he won it through Haymarket, the company behind Autosport magazine. So we know that Freddie is good. Barnard slices up the inside of Rattigan. Great move there going through turn number 3. Committed, clean, and Rattigan couldn't have defended if he wanted to, because Barnard was alongside him in the flash of an eye. Now Taylor Barnard will wait to see if Bray Keneally and Alex Dunn break ranks in the final lap and a bit. Got 30 seconds to go. Next time by they will, well, we'll see. Yeah, 15 seconds to go. I'm sure they'll get the last lap board next time around. Harley Keeble now fending off the number 24 of Jamie Day. That is for 11th and 12th place. Tom Edgar and Luke Watts down at the back of the pack. But here come the two leaders. Clock strikes 0. Last lap board goes out. Will Keneally defend? Doesn't look like it at the moment. We'll get a really good read of how this is going to pan out now. And Alex Dunn doesn't attack on the banking. So maybe they have decided, look, we just get through this race. We've got all day tomorrow to fight amongst ourselves for the important honours. Although, as I said, yes, there's almost Alex Dunn conceding that he's not going to battle. He just gives Bray a friendly little nudge. Bray gives him a thumbs up. Behind them, William Ellswood emerges in 3rd place. Well, Taylor Barnard was making a huge lunge in the first hairpin. He's obviously outbraked himself. William Ellswood, the Zip All-Stars number 19, is currently 3rd. Rattigan, Barnard and Mace still round out the top 6. Here come the two leaders through the Mike Wilson complex. Still Bray Keneally in kart number 10, head of the pack, and he takes the win. Dunn second. They give each other the thumbs up. Alex Dunn, well done. And 3rd on the line, Josh Rattigan slipstreams his way past William Ellswood for 3rd place in the final centimetres of the race. Well, still a great result for young Master Ellswood. And a very good result for Archie Mace in 5th in the number 46 kart. Taylor Barnard, well, he ends up 6th, but put on some superb passing manoeuvres there, and hopefully, even though they eventually didn't come off, he will have learnt. We'll put them into better practice tomorrow. Wesley Mason spent all 10 laps in 7th place, and that's where he finishes in the number 18 Fusion kart. Joseph Taylor, 8th, and then Matthew Rees and Oliver Denny rounding out the top 10. Rashan Chikarimbo in 11th, Jamie Day 12th, Aidan Neat, good recovery from Aidan. Now that he has been prescribed fit, he finishes 13th, with Joshua McLean and Harley Keeble completing the top 15. Then Joe Willoughby, Joe Beecroft, Alfie Hodges, Freddie Spindlow, and the top 20 rounded out by Max Barrow. Apart from Max Dodds, 28 karts did finish that race. Which, considering the state of play after about a lap and a half, is very good indeed. But, like I said, we saw an incident there, and that was going into turn number 3, where 2 karts rear wheel to rear wheel contact, and